Hi, everybody. It's Hump Day. I'm Amy Swanson, and I run the June Cashmere Yarn Company in the United States. And I am back with another edition of our Spring Summer 2025 Hump Day series in tandem with the launch of our new camel yarn. But it's not just about camel, it's about, what's happening in the company, what we're making, what we're designing, cashmere, the whole nine yards. So anyway, I'm back. I'm following up with our my interview with Scott Hanratty last week and his new scarf design for the new camel. And in fact, yeah, we looked at all of his beautiful designs. But in case you missed it, here is the beautiful Hanratty. We named it. Remember last week I was going to name it the Sutherland, and then my sister actually said, "I think you should name it the Hanratty." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's so obvious." So it is the Hanratty, and it's named after Scott, and it's so incredibly beautiful. And it uses all of the colors of our new camel yarn that's in two ply. Now, our yarn is live on our site for sale, and it comes in these gorgeous colors, the red geranium, the olive bark, I have to remember the names, the smoky lilac, the stormy blue, and then this one I happen to have put in a ball, the natural camel, the natural colors of the camel that come off the animal. So yes, you can get this in a kit. The kit comes with the 50-gram comb of camel, and then I broke down into 25-gram basically cakes for you. The rest of what you need to make the scarf. So that kit is available online as well. And then I wanted to show you what I'm up to. So I am still working on the vest. So that's coming along. You'll get updates soon. But I have several things that I work on at a time. And playing with this two ply for knitters is something that I've also done. So I've been working on a little pattern that is probably a scarf. Actually, this is the wrong one. This was done on a size 7. This is what I'm doing, but I'll stop this and go get the correct one. This is actually a good illustration to show you. This was a size 7, and I didn't like what was happening. This was a pattern I liked for the bottom and then wanted to do the body something else. But the pattern was getting lost. So you can kind of see these florets, but it was, yeah, lost in that it was too large a gauge. So let me pause this just a minute and I will go get the version I did on size 6. Okay, I'm back. And here's the version I did on a size 6 needle. I'm working through, and you can see these little motifs better. Now I haven't washed it, and I think I might do this actually even while it's still on the needles. Then I've done this other motif for the body. I was thinking a scarf. Now, because it's two ply, it will take a long time, so I may rethink this in a smaller project. But people who love to do lace, they'll be into this project, and it would be a beautiful little, such a delicate warm scarf, but also a little wrap. Um, yeah, or a little wrap shawl kind of a thing over your shoulders. So that's on the needles, that's play and test. But there's the difference when I talk about swatching and gauge, the difference of being able to see a motif. And again, maybe I don't see it enough yet, so I may abandon this in the long run. But it is much better than what I had on the size 7 needle. So that was one size down. Yeah, it just got lost. You can't even see it. So playing, always playing with design and the yarn and to see what it will do. Consequently, this particular stitch motif that I did, the one down here that creates these little floret clusters, this is a reversible pattern. So in fact, so is this. The whole thing is completely the same on the front and on the back. And this particular pattern came out of a brand new book that I bought. It's just been freshly published, and it's by Cecilia Campochiaro. She's got a couple of great books, sequence knitting. I think marling is another one. This is her newest reversible knitting. So all of the stitches in the Stitch dictionary are reversible. And know if I'll come across this particular one, but this pattern and another one that I tried really caught my eye. Oh, it might be in this section. Oh yeah, it's coming, I think. Oh, okay. Look at this. Like doing this on the with the 2-ply. Look at how open that is. It's almost like a mohair. And that could be really gorgeous. Just some beautiful stitches to try. This one I really loved. If you were going to open it up and try, a reversible pattern for the 2-ply again, make it really lacy. Yes, and I'm not just landing. I should have earmarked it. Oh, here it is. It was called Circles Lace, and so that was, it shows up so much better there. So. Again, I'll have to watch it. I'll have to see if it's a viable candidate to continue with the project with those particular stitches, just using the 2-ply of the yarn. So that's some of the play happening with that. Another play that I've been doing is swatching by holding the 2-ply double so that it's a 4-ply, which makes it a beautiful fingering yarn. And so, I tried a little bit of marling. So you get this so it's lovely so you can see it. Well, that's the back. Okay. Tried a little bit of striping. This is another stitch. Let me isolate this. This is another I thought was an interesting stitch from her new book, Cecilia's new book, Reversible Knitting. And so that was the stitch pattern that, again, you do that on one side and you get exactly the same thing on the other side. And that was kind of intriguing. But I'm playing with how could the 2-ply or the holding two. So what I did actually was create a ball. Here's a good ball. Create the ball, the cake rather, and I am holding the outside and then found the start of the inside. And well, yeah, it's here somewhere. Anyway, holding those two strands together and then you pull at the same time is working beautifully. It's working beautifully. I love the fingering that it produces. And what I kind of landed on in my swatch was really just inspired by the Hanratty. And I thought, what if we can, do a plaid? That woven piece is so beautiful, but we have so many more knitters. So what if we do a plaid? And I'm like, I only had to swatch this much. And I'm like, oh, yes, this is what I want to do. So people, I have been having so much fun working the beginning of a plaid for a scarf and combining the colors, using all of our colors, keeping track of how many rows I do for each color every time I insert it so that I'm evenly using the little cakes of yarn I made. And then what will happen is, you create these are just little purl stitches. So on their own, they sort of create the effect of a plaid just by texture. On the back, of course, you get the purl side with a single, which I also like. So in my mind, this is reversible, but probably this is the side you're going to want to show out. So you could leave it like that, but what is so exciting is then to get those vertical plaid stripes, you just crochet, right here, you just crochet all the way up in you see where you have the hollow. Now I tried, what would it look like if you did 3 together? I didn't like that. So in the scarf that I'm making, I just have single little purl rows, vertical rows, and then that is in that row where you'll just pick up with a crochet hook and make these crochet stripes. And so now when I get to that part, I'll lay out what looks better, doing multiple colors in those stripes, doing a single color in those stripes. But anyway, I am very excited. And you remember how I was going to call Scott's scarf the Sutherland? Well, this is the one I'm going to call the Sutherland. So the knit version. So anyway, that is coming along. And if you are looking for a fingering in camel, you could easily take the cone and make cakes and hold the two ends together, and you get a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 4-ply, which is a really nice fingering weight. And just love how vibrant the colors are and how they work together, and really excited to see what the results, final result will be I'll just take a little of this. When you get look how you'll get the plaid and how fun that will be. So that is coming, and that should be coming very soon. So that's what I've got for that. And yeah, in case you were curious, so this particular pattern, again, not the one I'm doing, but the one I was kind of intrigued with, this reversible one, this also, like I say, came out of the new Cecilia book. And that was pretty fun. I'll give you a little flip through just so you can kind of see. There's color work and ladder work and some textured, with pearl and knit texture. There's some lace work. There's some cable work that end up giving cables on each side. So again, really, really fun book. I'm glad to have it to my edition of stitch dictionaries. Like, I love stitch dictionaries, people. But they really allow you to play. And so when I'm doing this scarf, obviously in the pattern, it's going to give you exactly what I did. So if you want to replicate it, you can. But it's going to also give you kind of a chart that you can fill in. And you can decide how you want to lay out and play and what strikes you. I am going by what strikes my fancy. And when I think, oh, I want some of this color next, and I want just a little bit. Now I think I'm ready for blue again. And so, we'll add that. And you could have that same fun experience. And then I would just guide you so that you're writing down, you have allotted amounts of yarn, equal amounts of yarn. So you're writing down how many rows are you making with one color, then the next color, so that you're evenly using all the colors. So it is a chance for you to get out of your safety box and just play. That's what I've got for you this week. That's what's happening with the camel. Let's see. I did want to share with you a few things. So right before the July holiday weekend, I gave you a little view of the garden. I'm getting produce. I'm getting pickles, basil, Swiss chard. I got my first tomato today. What else? Peas. Peas are, I'm still getting peas. They're moving into being done. The lettuce is all done, but the Swiss chard, the collards, they're producing beautifully. And then my dahlias are just starting to come out. So I'll show you in a week or two, maybe next week. But in the yard was the first monarch and the first hummingbird that I have observed yet this summer. So that's very exciting. That usually means that the type of flowers they want are out. And yeah, really fun. But the other thing I wanted to share with you this week is that while knitting, I landed upon a new show on Acorn that I think is fascinating. And it is called A Stitch in Time. And I'm just going to share my screen here and show you a little bit while I chat, a little bit of the trailer. So share screen right here, share. Okay, so this is First of all, this is Amber Bouchard, and she is a fashion historian. And so her website you can see here is amberbouchard.com. But she's got a show, it's on Acorn. So I happen to have Acorn, but I think you can get a free subscription sometimes at the library, or you can have a free trial. But there are 6 episodes, and I'll just play this with no sound. But what she's doing as a historian is she's finding some type of garment in a painting or something to work with a team of reproduction historians, and they're replicating a garment. So this, you'll find that this green garment is one they replicate, and they try to figure out, exactly how it was done. This is the team that recreates these things, and I think it's fascinating. So I just have 1 episode to go. I've had a lot of fun. They're only a half hour, they're quick. But if you have Acorn or are interested in this kind of thing, again, it's the techniques that's making. In episode 2, and that was a clip from that, they talk about they show exactly the process that wool goes through. So cashmere, of course, and camel go through the same process, but I'll stop sharing. But they're they show the process of how wool is taken from the fiber and turned in, going through all the machinery and turned into yarn. And then, of course, they go on to show how it's made into fabric. But anyway, if you're looking for something fun that's maker related and history related and sort of mystery related in terms of discovering how things are done, I thought A Stitch in Time was really fun. So, all right, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of the week. And I'll newsletter pops in the email on Friday. And please, if you're not signed up, we would love for you to sign up for our newsletter. I try to bring news and creativity and things you might be interested in learning about as a maker and making. And then what else? Yeah, we're in the middle of July. It's hot. I think people are still on the hiatus of making, trying to be outdoors and do things. So, oh, if you love this video, or give me a like on the video and subscribe to our YouTube. I'd love it. All right, everybody, take care. Happy Hump Day.